How fast? Hi tribe and welcome to Tactical Combat System channel. This video is about a polyarm weapon, the tactical warhammer. So guys, at the beginning the warhammers were used in medieval era in wars, but we have also now in modern era some tactical warhammers. This is from M48 and believe me, it has so much power of penetration in this big and also so much power of percussion in the hammer side. So it's an amazing tool that can create a lot of damages if you know how to use it. And today I will show you some techniques that you can apply with this kind of tools. So guys, why to train with a warhammer in a modern era when you have fire weapons? And the answer is very simple. In these times in which we are living now, the governments and the system was taking more and more from the citizens the right to defend themselves, the right to bury fire weapons, to carry weapons, fire weapons. And this is the reason why I try to share to the people another way that they can have some chances to protect themselves. Techniques with knives, with blades, with warhammer today, next videos with axe, with tomahawk, in such a way that you have different kind of way that if you are practicing with this kind of weapons you have a little bit of chances. I'm not saying that a warhammer is my option comparing with a fire weapon. Fire weapon is remaining fire weapon, is the most efficient weapon, and I advise you, if you have the possibility, train with it. Even if you don't carry one, even if you don't have one, go and shoot to the shooting range, train with a training gun, with a replica, make dry fire in such a way that you know how to use a fire weapon if you will be in that situation. But because in more and more countries we don't have anymore this right, I am showing different kind of alternatives that you can use. Of course you cannot go with a warhammer on the street like on the Viking times, or I don't know, the medieval era, to have it on your belt and you go on the street. But if you are in your propriety, if you are in your house, in your garden, in your place, normally you can use this to defend yourself. If you are in a bug out situation, this can be a very powerful tool that it will make a lot of damages if you know to use it. And not only that is helping you for combat, but can help you also, how I was showing you in another preview video about booby traps. You can dig holes with it, you can make different kind of things with this tool. So what are the parts of a warhammer? And I have here the M48 design, but basically all the warhammers are having like the same two parts. One is the spike, and this is the shape of it is permitting to penetrate with a lot of power. It's not sharp, yeah, it's not sharp, it's not having the edge characteristic to cut, but it's his shape is designed in such a way that it's penetrating hard materials very easy. And the other part that has also 5 spikes, and basically when you hit, it's making a very powerful strike in such a way that it's here is not about penetration, it's about the shock that when you hit with this, it's delivering to the body. Imagine all this shock taken by your rib cage, thoracic box, taking all this shock inside, and what is making to the internal organs. Yeah, of course the hammer, that also it can be used for striking, as I will show you in the next drills. Of course this warhammer can be a simple tool like a normal hammer. Yeah, a normal hammer will have the same characteristics. Okay, not the penetration type, because this is the reason why it's calling a warhammer, is designed to penetrate. In the past it was penetrating the armor of the soldiers, yeah, and also now has a very powerful, not only for the body it's penetrating very easy, but also for hard materials. In the future I will make you a video trying to show you and to test this kind of tool in such a way that you make an idea about the power of penetration of this tool. So basically you can have a normal hammer, or the mechanics, the type of hits that I am doing with this weapon can be also applied when I have an axe. Okay, the difference is that an axe has an edge weapon, so when I hit with the axe, it's also cutting. Yeah, this is not cutting, this is only having two parts. One is for penetration, and one is for hitting, smashing, and deliver this shock power inside the body. Yeah, as I say to you, I cannot go in this modern society with my warhammer at my belt tomorrow in the town. Yeah, you understand already this concept. But I can be in a bag out situation, I can have it in my bag out bag, can be in my yard, I can be, I don't know, in my house, and I need this kind of tool so I can protect myself. Yeah, this is one of the tools that I can use for creating a lot of damage if I don't have a fire weapon. Yeah, and of course also the blade, but the blade is short range, close distance, and also can be transformed in a projectile weapon. But when we talk about fighting, it's a close distance weapon. Also the warhammer, but it's creating a more bigger distance that I can reach my target. Yeah, so it's more regarding the distance, it's more efficient. So I cannot go in the town with it at my belt, but if I am in my yard in a bug out situation, I can have it with me. The problem with this is the deployment. Yeah, so for this kind of weapon is coming with a special sheet that you can put it in it, Kindex sheet, but you can make different kind of things. You can put it under your belt. This, for example, doesn't have an edge weapon, an edge part, so it can cut you. So if I want, for example, to put it like this on my belt, I can put it if I am taking care to not stab myself in this spike. Yeah, so it's very easy to carry it like this, or if I make a ring and I put it on the belt. Yeah, because of this. But if you have, for example, an axe, it's more difficult, because if it's very sharp, it can have existed chances that you cut yourself. Yeah, so the main part is deploying. So deploying of the weapon is very important, but today I'm not talking about deployments, I'm talking about using this already when I have it already outside. Yeah, I was taking it already, or I'm in a situation and I already identify potential threats, or I expect that something will happen, so I prepare myself and I am with the warhammer already in my hand. Yeah, we must understand also that it's very important what part we decide to use when we create an attack, for example. Because if I am deciding to use the spike, look here at the tree, it's already entering inside. Yeah, so after I was penetrating in, it's a tree, imagine in the body. Yeah, after the spike is penetrating, and for example imagine the ribs or internal organs or other parts in the body, I don't have only this movement of giving, of applying a force, because after I must have also the other movement that I take it out. If not, it will remain stick here. So I must have also the other force that is taking my warhammer back to not remain stick in it. Yeah. So I have one, and then I take it out. One, and then I take it out. One, take it out. Take it out. So every time must exist this kind of movement in which I give, I take it out. I give, I take it out. Very important. If I train in air, it's very nice. I will hit, I will come back, hitting, but I program my brain only for this kind of moves. And in reality, when I am hitting the body, it's happening this. The spike will enter in the body and it will remain there if I will not have also the training after I am hitting to take it out. This already your brain must be programmed in such a way that has already this movement of taking it out also after you hit. Very important thing. Yeah, this is the reason why I say also with the knife, don't train all the time only in air. Train also on hard targets, train on wood, train on different kind of materials in such a way that after you hit, you have also the sensation, you feel how it's penetrating, but also learning the movement of taking fast out the knife, because not all the time you will hit only muscles. You put it in and you take it out. You can hit, it can be the rib cage, there can be different kind of tendons, and it's not permitting you so easy to take it out. So very important, this kind of training. If I'm hitting with the other part, yeah, it's more easy because this is not penetrating. With these spikes, of course, can penetrate if you hit at the skull or other parts of the body, but it's not existing the risk that it's remaining inside. Yeah, maybe if you are hitting with very much power the skull, this will break the skull in such a way that it's entering a lot from it in the skull, but it will not be so complicated to take it out. Yeah, so if I'm hitting with this part, it's very simple. It's the power that is delivered with this is the shock that you deliver in the body, so it's not existing the risk of remaining and having this kind of thing of taking it out. But very important, when I use this part in the training, to learn from the beginning the fundamentals good, to not have bad habits, because here I have a spike. If I don't have the movement correctly coming from lateral and I have it straight, for example, imagine like this, the spike, because of if I am hitting the body, even if it's not penetrating, it can come reverse, or I can be in a close fight and the guy have more power, more mass than me, more muscular, and it will push, it can use the spike against me. Yeah, I can fall down. Imagine if I'm falling down with my aggressor on the ground, he can push with all his weight, and this is penetrating my neck or other parts of my body. So very important when I'm using my tool, and especially with this, to use it from laterally in such a way that I don't have the risk that it can be used against me. So when I am not in a distance in which it's existing the risk that the aggressor can retain my weapon, then it's very important the position from which I hit. Because if I am here and I'm making this kind of movement on the back, from here to here, it's a lot of distance and a lot of time to make this movement. And also it's very simple, not very simple, but much simple for the aggressor to understand from where is coming the movement. Yeah, the same if I am here, the same, it's very simple to understand that the strike can come from down to up or from laterally, and also it's a long distance from there. So all the time when I'm trying to use my weapon, I am trying to have a middle position in such a way that if I'm striking from here, and from here I can do this kind of moves in such a way that is not giving him the time to understand what kind of direction of trajectory will have the strike. Yeah, advice, it's all the time with the warhammer here. If I have, for example, the knife is the same, I'm using the knife, I'm here with the knife. This is for striking, to create the distance in such a way to not come, and from here I come with. So this is jab, is penetrating, this is destroying the target. Yeah, also very important to understand that this is not a fast weapon, this has some weight. So if with the knife you are very fast in striking and very explosive, this will not permit you the same thing. Yeah, it's very important to understand this thing. This is the reason why I like to combine both the knife by jabbing, striking fast, then coming with a warhammer. Because this is permitting me very fast to control my target, even to stab it or penetrate, or keeping him in that position in which I know for sure that when I come with a warhammer, it will be in the same place and it will penetrate or destroy, eliminate the target. Yeah. Tactical combat system mentality is going on the next idea. We must learn to use different kind of weapons, from fire weapons, blades, edge weapon, impact weapons, poly arms, I don't know, bows, crossbows, doesn't matter. In the moment that you have this kind of knowledge, basic fundamentals, because this you need, that your brain can operate, then you know that you can use different kind of weapons in different kind of situations. So this is one of the most important thing. If, for example, you know to use only your fire weapon, but in the situation that you will be, you will not have anymore that fire weapon. I don't know the circumstances, but you will not have it. It will be more complicated. But if you know fundamental basics from different kind of weapons, if you know fundamentals from tactical medicine, from survival techniques, then it will be much simple or much easier to survive. Or I don't know if it's much easier, but you will increase your chances to survive. This is the most important thing that you must understand. So there are three main distances in which you can use the warhammer. The first distance is very close distance, grappling. You are in a situation that is existing the risk that it's retaining your weapon, and then I don't catch anymore my warhammer in this position. Yeah, because this is not allowing, if I am so close of my target, to hit. Then I come up as much as I can near the beak and the other part of the warhammer in such a way that I transform it in a striking device, in a striking tool. So if I catch it here, it's so easy to strike with it, also with the other part if I want, and it has a lot of power and it's creating a lot of damage. So the very close distance in which I must use my tool to make more space. Yeah, the target is very near from me. The middle, when I go with the hand more down at the middle of the warhammer, in which I have a little bit of space to use it, but again, if I will be here and the target is moving through me, I will not have the possibility. I will hit with this part of the warhammer, so it will not help me. This is the reason why I come at the middle in such a way that when I hit, I can come exactly where I need it. And of course, the last is when I have the distance, so I can catch the warhammer from down. Yeah, okay, not exiting with my hand from the handle, because it's existing the high probability that I lose it. So as much as I can to remain a little bit of space here. So in this moment I know that I can reach this target even if I am at a more longer distance. So these are the main three distances that you must understand, and in such a way that you know how to operate your warhammer from all of them. And now we start to apply this kind of drills, because learning this distance and also how to use it is the most important. So I'm very close of my target, and what I'm doing, I'm in a guard stanza with my hands up. My warhammer is catch exactly at the end of it in such a way that I have a good grip on it. I am here, and what I'm doing, one hand is protecting, one is striking. It's very simple technique. It's exactly how I was showing you also with the knife. I have a jab, I have a cross. If I have the knife in the hand, it's the same. I don't modify the movement. I'm making the same movement. Cross, I have the knife, the same. It's not changing nothing to my movement. The same with this, I have the warhammer, and I'm in a fighting stanza, and I only go with my hand as I want to strike, giving the cross to my target. Only this I am working from this distance. One strike. Working series and trying to go on the correctness of the movement in such a way that the beak is hitting the target. Yeah, I'm not hitting with this part or the under part, the beak is hitting the target. Yeah, after this I'm passing to the next drill. I take it for the from the middle, and from here having the warhammer in this position in such a way that if he's going with the hand, he cannot grab it. If I'm here, he can grab my weapon, can retain it. But if I'm here, I can use my hand or use other kind of tools and also have the warhammer here. So when I find the right option, I can come from this position down, lower body, I can come up, one, coming back, two. Why I'm using my hand in such a way that I know where my target it is. I have control of the distance, because if I am here and my target is pushing, it's arriving very close, from here my strikes will not have the same effect. So I know that I must change in such a way that I can use the spike from close distance to create the space so I can use the other parts of the warhammer or from other kind of distance. Yeah, so very important to control with your hand your aggressor. So at the second distance I catch my warhammer from the middle, yeah, and I keep it somewhere here near my body in such a way that if I was having it like this and my target is close, it can retain it, it can do different kind of things, and I don't want that the weapon is arriving in his hands or we fight for it. So I am keeping it here, and I am using my hand, my other kind of blades or only my hand, to create the distance, to know the distance from my target in such a way that when I decide, I can come with strikes from here. I can come up, down, up. So all the time I'm changing the direction of the strikes and also using my hand in such a way that I can control the distance between me and the aggressor. I know that is there, because if I'm having this and suddenly he is near me and I have my grip here, means that I must know to change it very fast up and use the other kind of grip from the close distance, otherwise I will lose my weapon. Yeah, and of course we go to the third distance, the big one, in which I am here and I'm finding opportunity, and I only from this position, the same here, I'm not here, I'm here from this position. I choose different kind of where to strike. I can also change, but this I will show in other drills. So we work at the beginning this strike from close, and then what I am doing, I am passing to the next one. From here I'm in a normal position. I am moving my body in the exterior a little bit of the target, so I am moving, and only from here coming with my body and with the strike. Yeah, so I was here, like if the camera is there, I am moving a little bit my body, twisting and coming with all the power with a spike, in such a way that if I am hitting, coming here, only my body is moving. Very simple strike, very efficient. Again, don't complicate the things. Don't come here, must take it out, then twist it, and I don't know what kind of position. Simple strikes. Simple. Simple. Very important why I'm using the hand all the time in contact, not only to create the distance, but you see, if I'm entering in the body, I need to push my hand in the body and make this kind of movement in such a way that I take my weapon from there. Another simple and efficient drill that you can work is from a normal position. I'm using my warhammer not on the lateral strikes, because these are more easy to identify and to see, but on the direct strikes. So I'm with the warhammer here. What I'm doing, I'm striking at the level of the face, but this strike is not that when I'm hitting him I expect that it will be KO. This is also okay if I'm hitting with this metal in his face, imagine the damages, but the more powerful thing is coming after, because when I'm hitting I also deliver power and damage with this kind of strike, direct strike, and his reaction would be to give with the hands, to go with the hands at the level of the damage of the face, where he was hit or will be hit, and protect himself. So all this other part of the lower body will remain open. So what I'm doing, it's simple thing. I'm going directly with a strike on the level of the face, using the metal part, and then very simple, coming from here. Look how simple already it's in the position. I must only move my body coming the middle way. Yeah, so very simple. I'm here, one going on the face, and then only twisting my body coming at the level of the stomach, lower body. Yeah, so again I'm here, I'm in this position. Imagine, very simple thing, when I was doing my techniques with a knife or with a close combat, our hands in a non-combative stance can be this. Yeah, so from here I can hit, I can block. The same here, I am here, I'm not moving my hands there, I don't know in which position, here. And from here, from this position I can come one, striking and only twisting my body, coming. Yeah, so one striking at the level of the face. This moment his reaction is normal, going with the face after you are hit with the metal in your mouth, going with the hands up, letting the lower body unprotected, only coming with my power. Okay, only one. Yeah, so here non-combative stance, hitting, striking. Here non-combative stance, hitting, one. So of course after you learn the basic, you pass to the movement. As always I say to you, I was all the time in all my videos learning you step by steps, yeah. So I'm here, I'm striking and then coming, hey, striking and then hey, coming, striking and then coming. This is to learn the technique. After I have one, hey, coming, going, I'm here, my target, I don't want to fight, yes, yes. Again, here, again, and then you can integrate 3 strikes. I'm here, I was having striking with the metal, level of the face, fast explosion. I have one striking coming here, giving at the level of the stomach, lower body, or it can be thoracic box, diaphragm. If it's at the thoracic box and you go a little bit from down to up, it's penetrating and going to the level of the heart, yeah. So again, I have here strike, level of the lower body, I take it out, I'm creating the distance. So now what I'm doing after making this, I am moving more, and now I can change the level of my warhammer, yeah. So I only take my hand in such a way on the air that from here is coming here, yeah. Again, be careful, fine motor skills. Under the effect of adrenaline, you will not operate at the same level. But if you practice this, I don't let it from my hand, only I make this. So my hand is remaining all the time here, only that it's a little bit more loose, yeah. It's not like I'm making this here, yeah. So I was striking, hitting, and now I make it more loose, and now I have the distance for this. I can decide to hit with this or changing with a percussion for the last strike that will incapacitate him. Of course, if I was coming one strike on the face and then I come at the lower body, at the stomach, the reaction of the body when you penetrate, it will be to bend. It's normal, yeah. If you take a punch here, it's the same. If something is entering, you will have the same movement. So I am striking and then he will be bent. So when I make this strike, it will not be here, it will be down, yeah, because he is bending himself because of the pain, yeah. It's a normal reaction of your body, yeah. So again, I have one strike, one here, creating the distance, coming with a powerful strike. So here, not fighting, one, not fighting. So again, simple thing, going fast, explosive to the level of the face, striking. After I strike, I'm only changing my body, coming on the lower body, hit. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. So then I have 1, 2, changing the position more. If I have my knife, I'm having a direct strike to the face, of the level of the face. So now I can come with the same kind of hit of strike with the warhammer. So I have 1 pain, 1 pain, 1 pain, 1 pain, 1 pain. So of course that I can combine both the knife and the warhammer, and I can use also the warhammer on the left side. So if I am, for example, in this situation, I can create space with the warhammer, and with the knife I can operate it, yeah, striking, throwing, and then coming with the warhammer if I want to eliminate the target. So basically, doesn't exist a thing that you must follow. You must understand only that each weapon has his weak points, strong points. If you understand how they are operating, you can combine them and you can complete them. Yeah. If, for example, I know that I can use the knife, also throw with the knife, then I know that already by throwing the knife in this moment, I was creating the time and the space in such a way that I can use now the power of the warhammer to eliminate the target. Yeah. So knowing these kind of things will help you advance on this way of edge weapon, impact weapon, poly arms. So I'm here, I'm using my warhammer, creating distance, in the same time the knife I'm using to throw it, and now I can come to eliminate the target. It's very important to know to make transition between empty hands and different kind of tools. If I have a bigger distance, what I will do, I use my throwing knife. I was throwing the knife. The damage that is delivering is not that will kill, but at least it will give me the time and space so I can approach with the warhammer and eliminate the target. I'm here, I have too much distance, so I can use now the warhammer. I'm in a lateral position. I was throwing it and now only I'm coming and give the lethal strike. So this combination, this knowledge that you will know to also throw your knife, also to throw your warhammer, also to use them in close distance, will make you a better warrior than before. Yeah, your skills are more advanced. Because if I don't have the space from here to go, if I must go to make this, it will be much easier for the target to understand that I will attack with my warhammer and from which position. But if I am here, I also have the knife, for example, and I'm in this kind of position, and I am using first the knife to throw. Yeah, this already is creating me the time and the space so I can use this decisive, the eliminating technique. So I'm here, I am throwing, creating the time, the space. I am only moving, coming with my warhammer, giving the decisive, the last elimination technique. Yeah, that is my target. I don't have the space. I am throwing the knife, coming and hitting. So I choose now to throw my knife because this is giving me the time and space so I can approach with my weapon that is so powerful when you strike with it that it will kill the target. And then only what I'm doing, I'm using my throwing knife, moving near the target and striking. If I am in a very close distance, of course that my grip it will be up, yeah, on the warhammer. So if I'm here, I can use from close distance my strike, striking directly, but in the same time I can go to the knife. Yeah, so I'm making this, striking my knife, stabbing, creating distance, throw my knife, coming decisive with the warhammer. Yeah, so there are existing so many ways in which you must combine this. The most important is to not complicate yourself, to understand that in this close distance you must use your warhammer from this kind of grip for close distance. Otherwise, if I am like this, I neither can hit because I'm very close, and also I will fight on the weapon because the target will make retention on my weapon. So being here, I know that I can operate my weapon also to strike, and also I have other kind of tools like the knife. I can deliver also this kind of strikes. I can also hit and then coming with the last powerful strike. because I repeat, the warhammer is slow. Yeah, if with the knife I can hit very fast, I can move it in such a way to make very fast my strikes or my hits. With the warhammer it will never be like this, so because it has weight, and even if I want to strike fast, they will be slower than the other tools, like for example the knife. This is a very important thing to understand. A lot of power, killing power, but slow. So if I'm here, I'm using the strike, and in the same way going to the knife, coming with the knife, throw the knife, coming with a warhammer. Okay, I don't let it in the target, yeah, I will take it out. The same if I have, for example, I don't have now, but you understand, there are these rings that you can put, it's coming on the belt, and you can put the warhammer or the tomahawk on it, and it's more easy to deploy. Here I put only on the belt to understand, yeah, because this is not having a sharp edge. So also if I have it here and I am in one kind of situation that I want to operate my warhammer, I can also use my knife. I don't want my aggressor, if it's, especially if it's one or even if there are multiple, I must choose different kind of things in such a way that I can survive. So only if I deploy my weapon and fighting only with my weapon, I will not be able, if there are multiple aggressors also with weapons, to survive. If we are talking reality, yeah, if there are 3 aggressors, all with knives, all with weapons, it will be very complicated. But when I understand the capability of the weapons, then I also understand that I can take my knife, throw it in one target, and now deploy the weapon, if I was not having already, for other target, yeah. And I repeat, this maybe it will not kill the target, but if it will be this strike, it will create a lot of damage, and this it will be in an impossibility to fight in the same conditions, yeah. So I repeat, I have multiple aggressors, I am here, I am striking, and then I can use my weapon, my warhammer, for the other targets. A position of fighting with a blade, in a throw it with the blade, so it's much faster, and even if he's making this, it will expose his mass center that I am needing. So here I'm in this position, and suddenly I am throwing the knife and striking.